Hello everyone, so in case you guys haven't seen, they have just announced the new characters and the new events for the next patch for Girls Frontline 2, and goddamn, it's looking incredibly good. We don't really have anything like a special stream like other games have. Unfortunately, it would be pretty fun if they did do something like that. But in any case, they have just announced what are the new characters, what are the new events, and of course some really nice skins. And also I'd like to very quickly talk about some other stuff that has been talked about in the Korean server, interestingly enough. Do stay tuned for that in case you guys don't know about it just yet. But in any case, let's jump right to it with our first character, and honestly my favorite character from the game. Macchiato, also known as Wawa. I don't know why people are calling her Wawa. If you guys understand that thingy, if you guys can give you some context on that nickname, do please be sure to leave it in the comments, because I have no idea why people are calling her Wawa. And also, I mean, she does kind of look like Kafka. That is kind of funny. But however, I do like her way more than I do like Kafka, because she is incredibly adorable. Waifu stuff aside, in case you guys don't know, she is actually one of the best characters in the game, even in TN right now. She is a sniper attacker that deals a buttload of damage. She basically has a skill where she just spams all the time, and that one skill does deal a lot of damage. The skill even increases her critical damage for that one skill, which is kind of ridiculous. And on top of that, she also attacks outside of her own turn every time an enemy tries to attack one of your own allies. So overall, she's like dealing a buttload of damage every single turn. On top of that, she even has some really good mobility. She reduces the enemy's movement speed and also has insane range. And really good survivability for some reason. On top of all of that, she even has a barrier that she can apply on herself. So if you don't have Suomi, that can kind of help you in a way. So I do really recommend everybody getting her. And funnily enough, in case you guys haven't seen, this is the CN order for the banners. We are quite literally going backwards, because we started in Suomi and then Ulrid, and now we're at Macchiato, which is kind of funny. I'm wondering if the next one is going to be Jangyu. I know she's not a great character from what I've seen from the tier list. She isn't really that amazing, but she is incredibly cute. But this just goes to show how the CN schedule is just completely thrown out of the water, because they are really not going to follow it like at all. So we'll have no idea how they'll actually release the characters, which is interesting. It is interesting. We don't really have any kind of future sight. It might make it hard on the jewels, but at least we do actually know what characters will be eventually released in the future. That way we can actually save for them instead of some other characters. Of course, Macchiato will also be releasing with this beautiful skin. This skin looks incredibly pretty. I might even grab it, to be honest, because it does look that good. Probably one of the best skins in the entire game right now. And I'm not saying that because I have a bias for this character, definitely not. And in case you guys haven't seen, it will have, in the future, this skin will have a very special interaction where Macchiato has an incredibly cute animation. So it is definitely worth it. They've also revealed the banner and what characters will be in it. Of course, Macchiato, and this banner will also have Krolik and Sharkry, which actually is an incredibly good combo. In case you guys don't know, Sharkry works incredibly well with Krolik, because Sharkry basically attacks more often if enemies have a debuff on them. If I remember correctly, the debuff is called Overburn or something like that. And Krolik is constantly applying Overburn on enemies around herself, and because of that they actually have insane synergy together, and because of that this banner is actually incredibly good. And of course, on top of all of that, we even have Macchiato, one of the best characters in the entire game. They've also revealed this next character called Papasha. Insane name. It sounds really funny, to be honest. She is also an attacker. Unfortunately, she isn't really that great. She basically summons this one drone that attacks with her, together with her, but the drone dies pretty easily, and you can't actually control the drone. The drone just kind of attacks by itself outside of this one skill, and you can't really choose where the drone gets cover. Because of that, the drone kind of dies very easily. The drone even has less HP than Papasha, so she ends up being kind of clunky. But fortunately, they will be giving Papasha for free. They just announced that they will be giving her for free just by logging into the game. And apparently, people are saying you can actually get all of her dupes in the guild shop. They just actually announced the guild. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But the guild now in the global version will be called Platoon. But yes, Papasha, another new character, but she will be free, so don't worry about it. And because she will be free, she will not actually have a banner for herself. However, we will still get a second banner, just like we got during the launch of the game. And that banner will actually be for Tololo, which is very good because Tololo is a permanent unit, so we don't really need to worry about getting her too much because most people will definitely get her in the standard banner anyway. I got her, for example. I even got 2 copies of her somehow, which I'm not complaining because I do like Tololo a lot. She is one of my favorite characters because she does look very adorable. But because Tololo is in the second banner, we don't really need to worry about it too much. And hopefully everybody can just get her in the standard banner instead. And of course, Tololo also comes with a very cute skin, with a swimsuit skin. It does look beautiful, and it even comes with a very nice dorm animation where you shoot her with a water gun and she shoots you back with her own water gun. It actually looks incredibly cute. I'm really looking forward to that one. And of course, the new trailer for the event that they just released a few minutes ago. It shows a lot of new information on the new events, as for example, of course, the new event, of course, a new story. They also finally showed the new guild mode, which, just like I mentioned, is going to be called Platoon in the global version. And the Splatoon mode, not Splatoon, but the Platoon mode, will also have a Platoon versus Platoon showdown. So apparently more PvP. I'm not sure how this PvP or how this Platoon mode will be working, but I'm sure they will eventually show it. Of course, Papasha will be a free character once you log into the game, once the patch actually releases. And they even give 90 gold thingies. I don't really know their names, I keep forgetting. And besides that, we'll be releasing the Endless Projection. Funny thing, this Endless Projections thing, a tutorial for it is actually already in the game. I was so confused when I saw it for the first time because I didn't see it anywhere, but apparently it's an event that's gonna come out in the future. Besides that, we'll also have the Elmo's Wishing Well. These are basically some basic tasks each character you have asks you to do, and they will in turn give you some mats, which is quite nice. Basically just play the game and get more rewards, which I always appreciate, don't really have to think about it too much. You'll also have a login event where they'll be giving us some cubes every single day. This amounts to a total of 1,000 cubes, not enough for a 10 pull, which is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like they should give us they should just give us enough for a 10 pull. Would be way better and would be a nice round number. 1,000 is still fine, of course. And lastly, they will also be making this new event called Fragrance a Gift, which is basically just an event where you get more materials by just smithing stamina. And again, another event where just play the game, you get more. Love those. So, and that's basically everything for the next patch, for the next event. A lot of really good stuff. I'm really looking forward to Macchiato. She looks incredibly beautiful. But of course, there's still one more thing I would like to talk about. Apparently in the Korean version of the game, some people were able to see a feature that is not in the game just yet. In case you guys don't know, in the CN version of the game, they eventually add a feature to the standard banner during the half anniversary for the game. And this feature was a way to make one of the standard units from the banner a raid-up character for the standard banner. That way you can actually, target a specific character instead of just getting a random one from the standard banner. And yeah, apparently some people in the Korean server were actually able to put that in the game, even though it's not even in the game just yet. I guess there's just some code still there where it makes it so it shows up in the banner, even though it's not supposed to. Of course, they've already patched this out of the game. We even got some mail with a lot of cubes, which is very appreciated. But also, they have actually said that apparently they will actually work on implementing that into the game very soon. And apparently that mechanic should be in the game in February. I really recommend everybody saving your standard banner tickets for when that feature actually comes out. That way you can actually get a character that you'd like, for example Tololo or Chongju, because they are right now incredibly powerful characters and probably the best ones in the standard banner. In case you guys want more information about this, just check this link over here. I'll leave it in the description. It will lead to this website. It's all in Korean, but you can still of course translate it if your browser, for example Google Chrome, it does have the translation feature. But yeah, that's been everything for this video. A lot of really good content to look forward to. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Of course, as usual, thank you so much for the memberships, and I'll see you all in the next video.